Hi, my name is Dr. Alan Barnard. I'm CEO of Goldratt Labs. I've always been really curious about why good people make and often repeat bad decisions. And we've built a research lab around solving this problem. It turns out that we make bad decisions for very good reasons. And the reason is that many of our decisions, actually most of our decisions, involve intuition. And there are three avoidable decision mistakes that we make when we use our intuition. Sometimes using our intuition is exactly the right thing to do. We should trust our gut. But there are at least three cases where it's a pretty bad idea. The first one is when we use our intuition and we simply haven't developed the intuition. It's the reason why it takes people 10,000 hours or the equivalent of 5 or 10 years to become an expert at something. The second reason is that we use our intuition, and we really shouldn't, because we develop the intuition based mainly on thinking about the local or short-term impact of our decisions. And of course, we need to also include in our judgment the long-term or system-wide impact of our decisions. The third reason is that we use our intuition and we don't realize that our intuition is actually triggered by very strong emotions of exaggerated fears and frustrations. So those are the three areas that our research lab actually specializes in. If we look at the first one, making decisions that involve intuition when we haven't actually developed that intuition, we've partnered with the organization Merlin Technologies. They're one of the pioneers in using artificial intelligence to extract human intuition. You can think of it as kind of artificial human intelligence. Is using the latest advancements in artificial intelligence to learn how the top experts make those very tough judgment calls. And the technology that they've developed called TOM, for Tacit Object Modeler, can do this within just a couple of hours. And imagine the benefit if you can digitize that intuition that would be lost if these people leave their domain, right? A cardiologist that has taken 20, 30 years to develop intuition about how to diagnose the most difficult cases or decide which best treatment or dosage to use. We can extract that intuition in just a couple of hours and make it available to everybody around the world that could benefit from it. The second one is where we use our intuition when we don't realize that the intuition is actually based on our judgment of the local or short-term impact. There we've developed a technology that is using the latest advancements in dynamic simulation models that helps us to predict the full system-wide impact or long-term impact of our decision making, as well as a very vast knowledge base that has taken us about 3 decades to assemble, using theory of constraints, which is a knowledge base that helps us identify what the rules are to global optimize rather than local optimize. So the combination of these two, the ability to judge the full impact and knowing what the better rule are, the rule that will optimize not just the local but the global, or not just the short term but also the long term, gives us the unique ability to help people learn much faster what is the best rule to make decisions, whether it's in your personal life, your decisions about nutrition, or whether it's in your business life. The third one is, as I mentioned, using intuition, and we don't realize that it is triggered by these exaggerated fears of loss and risk, or exaggerated frustrations or expectations. What we've developed there is a process called the Change Matrix Cloud process that follows 5 simple steps. And in essence, it just helps us to slow down our thinking. Each step has been designed to prevent a common decision mistake that we make. For example, we work on problems that we really shouldn't, or we don't work on the problems that we should. And we've provided people access to this 5-step process through a Harmony Decision Maker app that literally just guides you through, and just within an hour or so, you can expose these often hidden but harmful fears and frustrations and allow you to challenge them. What do we mean by challenging them? Saying, is this really true? Will this really happen? Will I really not have a way of coping with stress if I stop smoking? Or will I really gain the weight if I stopped? Is there, even if that's true, could I come up with ways of preventing that from happening. So that's really what our business is all about. Our vision is to help individuals and organizations make better, faster decisions. And the way that we go about doing that is we do research, working very closely with some of the leading organizations in the world to understand exactly the type of decision mistakes that we make that are avoidable, and then to develop new technologies using the latest advancements in decision sciences to deliver products that are practical, that are valuable, that are easy to use. So I would highly encourage you, if you are interested in what we are doing, feel free to send us any of your questions. We have a team of an extremely passionate research scientists that will be very happy to help you on your own journey to make better, faster decisions, both in your life and in your organization.